2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Here we go, here we go. 180!
You can't block me. You can't block me. Kill.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
12.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Garoppolo. They'll set up a screen for Breida. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the play. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go. 180! 21.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
I got you.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. I got it. Slay.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
12, fellas, here we go. Bang, 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 bang. Coaching spill.
They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Hey, exit.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo. He's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Chris Jones, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. That last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long.
21.
On 3rd down, a run from Breida. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard. but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Haskins and the Redskins come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. On the ground with Bryce Love, the former Stanford Cardinal. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
No. Off. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. Watch 2 seconds. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Switch. Check 26. Check 26.
From the 27, Haskins. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watched that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Good open field tackling there. A 50-yard punt followed by just a 1-yard return. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Three 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Here we go. 180.
Check 55, Mike.
11.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
6. 13. We own them. Hey, Charlie.
55, Mike, guys, 55. Let's go, D. Mike 55, Mike 55.
To throw is Garoppolo. Looking for Pettis, but that's intercepted. It's picked by the linebacker, T.J. Watt, and they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Check. Kill. Joker. Kill.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Big gap. Watch the safety creep. Check. Check four.
They go with Chubb on second down, and he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He lost 4 there, and it's third down. Game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Ziahbay84's. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. 36.
11.
They'll start on the ground with Breida. And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
After the loss to start out, here's second and 11.
Check back.
Garoppolo now. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. The Niners on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is going to be third and 13. Garoppolo gives to Breida. And this one will be taken up. They'll spot it right at the 7. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on fourth down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. It hasn't gone particularly well for them, that's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic.
And he's into the clear. The 20. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. Big yardage that time for the Redskins. And even 50 yards on the ground. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll give it to Chubb. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Nick Chubb with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Redskins have taken the lead. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Wait.
On second down, it's Coleman. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more.
That's it, baby. That's it. That's it.
Well done from a safety to come up there at the line of scrimmage. Nice tackle, too.
Yeah, he actually played into his position, didn't he? He's the strong safety. That means being near the line of scrimmage, cleaning up the run game, almost an extra linebacker, and he relishes the opportunities to put a big hit on a runner.
Garoppolo after the fake give to Breida. He sets to fire deep. He's got a man complete. And out across midfield down to the 45. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45.
Hey, gun. Who's that? Watch out.
On first down, here's Breida. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
11.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Here we go. 180. 13. General West. 11.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
Here we go.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Mike, 55. Right there in the middle, 55.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. And the 38-year-old vet able to split the uprights. So we're at halftime with our score 7-6 in a tough-fought first half. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
And all the way down to the 29. And finally they get him to the ground, but it's all the way down at the Niners' 29-yard line. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Throwing now, Haskins on first down. That's out to Chubb, complete. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Check 52. Check. Lucky. Safe. Hassan. Check 3.
Here's Haskins. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Third down. Here's Haskins. Being chased, and he's taken down. Trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Solomon Thomas able to record his 5th sack of the season. And Hopkins' kick is no good. It's wide to the left, and this score will stay right where it is. Well, close game, second half. You obviously hate to leave 3 out on the field.
Especially in a game like this when you know points are hard to come by. That was one of their best opportunities so far, and they come away with nothing.
Watch the screen. Switch. Alert 3.
Go ahead.
Shift. Watch the shift.
21.
Watch the shift.
Man.
They'll begin the drive with Breida. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
I got this.
Check 31.
Hey, gun.
Check safety. Under 10. 10. Rush in. Out. Slam.
Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Here we go. 180.
Check. Brando. Watch twist.
Here's Breida. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are, and get there.
Here we go.
180. Game situation. Let's go. Check.
21. Here we go.
Check 43.
They'll run on first down. It's Coleman, and he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16. Defensively, they were in the 3-4. Solid run up the middle. What made it successful?
Here we go.
Well, what you have to do is control the nose guard, but sometimes you don't do it by blocking him. You do it by influencing him. Get him moving to one side or the other and hit him back on the opposite.
Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. Let him know.
12.
Let him know. Check 99.
Check that.
Breida, he'll try the right side. And he's got room. And nothing but green grass here. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Redskins scoop it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
It's not often that we see big plays end in disaster. And we just absolutely saw it right there. They had something really big cooking on that one.
Can you, when you're down near the goal line like that on a big play, do you get maybe a little too careless, a little too desperate for the goal line?
I think the last part is exactly right. You get desperate for the goal line, and sometimes you get the ball out of it, away from your body, or you're trying to extend to get there, or maybe you're just trying so hard that the ball will come out of your hands. In any event, that's a big opportunity lost.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Now, before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D. Check.
Now it's Haskins. This one caught by Crowder. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
SOS. New Mike 52, Mike 52.
And now prior to this 3rd and 1, we're going to get a timeout here. And with that, they're down to 1 remaining here in this second half. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
52's the Mike. Watch Mike. You got nothing today. You got nothing. Mike 52, Mike 52. No. Shut up.
On 3rd and 1, it's Haskins. That's going to be caught by Richardson. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first. Haskins now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. On 1st down, here's Love. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. D. Ford able to get him for a loss of about 3.
But, Brandon, sometimes I think when we watch games, we're actually watching a living museum because we're seeing the evolution of positions almost with each passing game. How about defensive ends nowadays and the way that they can run almost all the way?
And the pressure gets to him again. D. Ford able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of it. Had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here?
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
21.
Watch the shot. He's crashing. He's checking.
X3. 218. Chopper.
They run again with Breida. And an alley to run. Accelerating, and off he goes. Touchdown, 49ers. Matt Breida with his 16th touchdown of the year. And once again, the 49ers are back out in front. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
One, Omaha. Hey, gun. Switch. 11. You go tight. You got that.
They'll try and run it in with Coleman. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Paul Richardson there, and it's second down.
They tried to make something happen, but that one came up incomplete and really wasn't a good-looking throw.
Yeah, maybe even go as far as to call that a little ill-advised.
Yeah, I would say so. I think that's the right phrase for it. Definitely ill-advised. Just wonder about his mechanics right now, you know, and that's the tough part. You do so much stuff in practice to make it repetitive, but it has to repeat under pressure, whether it's pressure from the defense or just the pressure of playing the game.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. D Ford able to record his 5th sack of the season. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Whip. Watch the whip. Check 3. Check right.
Now Haskins, 3rd and long. And that is incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. 4th down, here's Haskins. He finds his target, it's Crowder. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on 4th down. Haskins now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
Safety's creeping. Switch. Check 26. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
Haskins looking to throw on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Solomon Thomas in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now this throw caught left side. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run. On the catch, it's Crowder. A very solid gain of 27. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
You have to like the play call because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. Kill, kill, kill. Jump. Jumper, jumper. Kill, 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 kill.
A run for Nick Chubb. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Check, 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 check.
And again, it's Chubb. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. So this defense, they looked a little shaky to start the drive, but bottom line, they're a play away from finishing it off.
They rocked them a little bit on this drive, didn't they? But as you and I both know, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. They have a chance to end it right here.
They'll try and throw forward with Haskins. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the 49ers are going to get the football back.
Here we go, here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
At the 8-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. 180!
So the victory here for San Francisco, and it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. That would be their last points of the game.
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Niners, that's now 5 wins on the campaign as they get the job done here. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Washington, the loss will drop them to 6-2 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.